Hello, welcome to another edition of Ask the Chiropractor. Today in Ask the Chiropractor, patients have asked me, hey, Dr. Hulsebus, my sinuses are getting really bad. What can I do about my sinuses? So as a chiropractor, we have some tips, but also, for those of you who don't know, I have my CCWP, which means I'm a certified chiropractic wellness practitioner. What we did there is we went through and we studied what healthy people do and healthy people don't do. And when I say healthy people, I mean we studied Native Americans, we studied people who live in the wild, what we're genetically programmed to live. So I got my CCWP to learn all that information. It was a 1-year class we took with a final examination, 4 textbooks to read. And I was the first chiropractor in the state of Illinois to complete this training. So CCW, I was on the board for a little while. So the CCWP to me is really interesting when it comes to some of these questions. So sometimes we're going to venture a little bit outside the realm of chiropractic, kind of like straddle that line. And so let's talk about this. Sinuses are getting bad. What can we do about our sinuses? Well, the first thing we can do is make sure this time of year we're doing our vitamin D3. I always say not R2D2 like Star Wars, but vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is a sunshine vitamin. It's one of those ones that we're not getting a lot of now because it's got a little more chilly outside and we're worked our way back inside. So our vitamin D3 levels start to plummet. As they plummet, so does our immune system. So make sure you take a good high quality vitamin D3 supplement. A good quality supplement would be one that's in an oil base because you need a healthy fat to absorb it. So make sure you get one that's either in a gel cap or a little dropper bottle. The ones we use in my family are called Innate Choice. They have it comes in a little dropper for your tongue, but I'm lucky enough to find it where it comes actually in my fish oil because fish oil is an additional healthy fat to help you absorb the vitamin D3. If you look back, I did a little hack one time about reptile lights. Reptile lights give off UVB as in boy rays, UVB rays, and those rays hit your skin. They also make vitamin D. So I often tell people that maybe get those light bulbs at the pet store and put those in your bathroom because the bathroom's the one room where you show the most skin with the lights on. I always like to tease. So a couple reptile light bulbs go a long ways too. I know for the kids down in the basement, we have a little play area and they have little can lights up there. I just swap out some of the light bulbs this time of year with the reptile light ones. They make the same quality of light. Just make sure you don't give one that gives off heat, but they make the same quality of light. And then when you're down underneath those lights, you're getting vitamin D3. The next one's vitamin C. And vitamin C is one that we all kind of understand, but some of us get it wrong. You see, when you have a choice of either absorbing vitamin C or dealing with sugar, sugar always trumps vitamin C processing. So if you eat anything with a high amount of sugar in it with vitamin C, the sugar trumps it. You don't actually get the vitamin C. So if you're taking like a vitamin C capsule, look at this, see the sugar content in there. And sugar is sugar, whether it's natural, unnatural, whatever it is, sugar is sugar. So if there's a high volume of sugar in that vitamin C capsule you're taking, you're probably not getting much vitamin C out of it. Orange juice is another thing. I know a lot of us are told to drink a lot of juice. Well, the juice has no fiber in it. And even though that's the real sugar in the juice, when you drink the juice, the sugar intake is so rapid and so fast, you don't get a chance to absorb the vitamin C at all. So you're actually better off not drinking orange juice than you are drinking orange juice, in my opinion. Now, eating an orange is different because the orange itself has fiber in it, and the fiber slows down the sugar absorption to allow us to get the vitamin C. Imagine that. Mother Nature didn't make any mistakes there. No, so you eat the raw fruit, you're fine. But the real good source of vitamin C nobody really talks about or gets any credit, like bell peppers. Colorful vegetables that grow above ground are just full of vitamin C. So like for me today at lunch, I'll have a big salad full of green peppers and stuff in there, and that'll be plenty of vitamin C. The other misconception about vitamin C is that we store it. We do not store it very well. We tend to eat it and then use it and then move on. That's why it's important to have in all of our meals. Since most of our meals are meant to be vegetables, that's what we're really supposed to eat the majority of. And most of the vegetables that grow above ground have vitamin C in it. It kind of all makes sense. So let's make sure we're getting lots of good, colorful vegetables at every meal to make sure we're getting our vitamin C the best way we can. Okay, and the next thing I want to talk about is dairy. There's been some research and studies that show that if your nose is running, or if your ears are plugged, if you got a lot of sinusy stuff going on, that dairy can actually increase mucus production. So by doing more dairy when you're not feeling well might not be the best idea. I know you could switch over to like an almond milk or coconut milk or something like that if you say, hey, I got to have my cereal. then switch over to something like that instead. And if you have to have your ice cream, there's coconut milk ice cream too. So look to swap out the dairy with the replacements. And if you have a nut allergy, then I guess you just don't have it for a while till you feel better. Take your pick. Which would you rather deal with? And then lastly, here in the chiropractic clinic, we do adjustments. And, here in our clinic, the way it's designed is when the table comes up, the Kleenexes are right in front of you. So as soon as you come up, there's a Kleenex box right there. Now, why is that? Well, a lot of times right after we adjust them, when their nose starts to run like crazy. So you can sit here and tell me there's no scientific proof, there's no evidence. I want to see that research paper. I want to see the proof of that. I can just tell you all day long, every time I adjust someone, they pop up and we see it. We go through boxes and boxes of Kleenex here because as soon as I adjust them, their nose starts to run. People tell me all the time, hey, after you adjusted me, my ear popped and the fluid behind it all went away. It opened up. As a matter of fact, the first ever chiropractic adjustments, September 18th, 1895, in 3rd and Brady in the Ryan building, Dr. Palmer gave Harvey Lillard an adjustment, and shortly thereafter, Harvey claimed his hearing came back. Now, I don't think Dr. Palmer found a cure for deafness. I'm willing to bet Dr. Palmer found a way to open up his sinuses and make his nose run and get that fluid behind his ears going and restore Harvey's hearing. So yeah, chiropractic has a little bit to do with sinuses too. Again, I can't sit here and tell you the exact, there's all kinds of different references and nerve references and how the adjustment helps with that. The situation is basically, we don't have the technology or the science to prove what I just said yet, but I can tell you, you can come here and shadow for a day. Every time I adjust somebody. So I'd say probably every third patient gets up and needs a Kleenex. So there you have it. All right. So if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot us a message, send us a text, stop by the clinic, ask us the question, or just leave a comment below or direct message us. And maybe next time your question will be asked a chiropractor. Till then, stay healthy, stay strong, and keep smiling. And we'll see you next time around.